love life, baby.
You know what I wanna do, baby, when you come through. You know what I wanna do, baby, when you come through. You know what I wanna.
What's up, everybody? It's your girl Kim, back at it again with this video. Right now Jay's not here with me, but he will be back in probably maybe in 5 minutes or something like that. But today we're gonna do this story time. So we're gonna talk about how my pregnancy went for me. It was so just an overview. It was just a hard time for me in all, just dealing with, my first pregnancy. And, at the time I really wasn't like at the right place to even be having kids or anything like that. So yeah. Okay. So me and Jay, we've been together for 5 years now. We're both 21. I'll be 22 in actually 6 days. So I'm kind of happy. Hey. So we've been together for 6 years, but we, at the time, we wasn't even thinking about kids. We was just trying to go to school, get our education. Me being a lawyer, he wants to be working in business and engineering. So my school ended up getting shut down, so I had to come back from Everett. At the time I was going to Trinity Lutheran. It's in Everett. If anybody know about that, it's a private school. Dealing with Bible and stuff like that. And Jordan was going to Bellevue in business, and so my school got shut down, so I had to come back. And I was kind of sad, but I was just really happy that my mom and them was just open to me coming back and just seeing where I was going to go from there. After I came back, I kind of was trying to do that fast life, trying to move in really quickly with Jordan, even though we wasn't married at the time. So I was just moving in. My mom and dad was telling me no, that wasn't a good idea. Me and Jordan being together, because we're so much together all the time. Everywhere you see me, you see Jordan. Everywhere you see Jordan, you see me. So it's kind of, so my mom and dad, they was right. They was basically you should have moved in together. But there was just so many people in my ear basically no, you should get your own place and all that stuff. So I ended up doing what I thought was a good idea. So I ended up moving in with Jordan. I was working towards getting back into school, but at the time I just had just a job. And then one day I was just feeling really down. I was feeling sick. And I called Jordan. I was just babe, I'm sick and I don't feel good. So he came and got me from work, and we both went home. And then I was I don't feel good. And normally, I love to walk. Anybody that knows me, I love to walk, I love to get my exercise in. So I couldn't walk up the hill all the way because I wasn't just feeling good. So he was hey, I must go buy you a pregnancy test and you gonna take this test. And I was what? I was just whoa. So I was just I'm not pregnant. I know my body. And he was just yes, you are pregnant. I know you and all this other stuff. I was no, I'm not. So then I ended up taking the test and it turned out to be positive. I was just oh my God, I was just so shocked. I was just super scared at the time too. So immediately I told Jordan, and then he was wow, okay, yeah, he was super happy. He was just what you want to do, who you gonna tell? And I was just I need to tell my parents. So I told my parents, and of course, they wasn't disappointed. They was more of shocked and kind of we didn't teach you that way. We taught you to get married first. And I felt really bad. So I just felt really bad because I'm a daddy's girl and I'm a mama's girl too. So I don't ever want my parents to be mad at me. So I just thought that my parents was super mad at me. So right then and there, I was just thinking you know what, I'm just gonna get an abortion so that so that my parents wouldn't be mad at me or anything like that. But then my mom, she called me and she was just listen, we don't believe in abortions, and I didn't either. It was just like me trying to like be sneaky, like just sweep it underneath the rug. But I don't believe in abortions, y'all. So, and like if you gonna lay down and like do the thing, you need to go ahead and have them babies and take care of them, or take care of it. So like, you know, my mom, she just calls to like reassure me, to let me know that like she, you know, that she loves me and that my dad loves me. But at the time, I really wasn't just trying to hear it, because I just really was just sad that I broke my parents' heart. Like, wow, like this is really, and then I had to sit back like, really, this really is not how my parents, you know, brought me up. They brought me up to like, you know, finish school, then get married, then have kids. So like my first trimester of me being pregnant, I couldn't eat anything. I was like super depressed. I didn't want to go out. My birthday around like March time, actually around the same time, I didn't want to leave the house. Jordan actually had to take me out the house. He like forced me out the house. He was like, we need you to get out the house. So I went to the movies for my birthday, and then like I finally went over to my mom and dad's house probably like when I was like 3 months into my pregnancy. And like my dad, he just like comforted me and stuff like that. He just let me know how much he loved me, and my mom did the same thing, and that just made me feel way better. Like it let me know that I wasn't in it alone. Like, you know, it just, they just needed time to marinate. And I was just super grateful that they did not like, you know, like give up on me in any way. So after that, I went to the doctor, and I was like, I can't hold anything down. Like, I'm like not gaining any weight with my pregnancy. Like, I'm feeling really sick and stuff like that. Like, I couldn't even hold down water, y'all. Not even water, not even a saltine cracker, nothing. So like I went to the hospital, they did an ultrasound, and then they was like, oh, well, you got 2 picky kids. And then I was like, oh, y'all, I'm telling y'all, if I was not laying down, I probably would have fainted. Jordan was just sitting over there happy, like, I was like, this is not funny, because I don't want twins. But twins run in my family, y'all. Like, my dad's a twin, and my mom had 3 sets of twins. So, shout out to my family. So like the doctor was like, well, that was kind of like inevitable that you was just gonna have twins. I was just like, no, but I'm not no twin. So, I was just like, oh my gosh, like, oh, this is crazy. I'm not only having 1, but I'm having 2. So immediately I was just like, this is God. Like, that's what you get for not listening and getting married first and stuff like that. So that's what I was thinking. So then I came home and I told my mom, I was just like, Mom, like, I'm having twins. And she was like, what? She was like, oh my gosh. She was like so happy. Then my dad was like, oh, he was like, yeah, now we gotta buy you some looser clothes, and you gonna eat over here and stuff like that. Like, I was just like, I started crying, because I was just like, you know, like, I'm 21. Like, I really wasn't really ready for kids, but you know, like, that's just where I was mentally. Jordan, he was just like so supportive. I was just like, oh my God, Jay, like, I love you so much. Like, at first I thought like he was gonna like leave me. I was just like, you know what, like, you gonna leave me, that you could go right now. But then he was just like, I'm not gonna leave you. He was like, I love you, and I love them babies growing inside you and all that stuff. I was like, okay. So then I kept going on with my pregnancy. Everything was going really good for the most part. But the doctors was really saying like, okay, like, you know, like, you're really small for you to be having twins. And even at work, people was like, oh my God, boy or girl? And I was like, 2 boys. And then it was like, what, 2? And I was like, yeah. And then it was like, you having twins? You're so tiny. I was like, yeah, I'm having twins. Oh yeah, y'all see y'all shirts? It says Forever Mine. I washed it. I wasn't supposed to wash it, so now it was, yeah. But anyways, so I was like super small for my pregnancy. Like, I was like super tiny. Like, I had that pregnancy glow, you know, but I was just tiny. So I moved in back in with my mom. She was just like, you know, like, you gotta stay here, because like, you know, like, I just want to like give you like the ropes of like, you know, having kids and stuff like that. So the more I kept living with my mom, the more me and Jordan, or Jay, we started talking about being married to one another. So then I was just like, are you sure? Like, you sure? Like, you want to marry me? You know, I'm crazy. And he was just like, that's okay. I match your crazy. He's just so funny. And plus, like, we've been together for like 5 years, well, 4 years at the time. And then, but I've been knowing Jay since middle school. So, like, since sixth grade, then we went to middle school together, then we went to high school together. And then, like, we just started dating. It was just so funny. But so I've been knowing him for like almost like half my life, probably. And he's such an amazing husband. So, like, so I started having like really like sharp pains like in my stomach, and I had like shortage of breath. It was just like really getting hard for me. So I called my mom, and then I called my doctor. And at that time, I really not have like good doctors. Like, the doctors wasn't like following up with me, and I would be calling them and be like, so when can I come in for my next appointment? And they're like, oh no, we don't need to see you for like another 2 months or something like that. Then my mom's like, like you're almost in your third trimester. They need to be seeing you like every week, because like you're having twins and things like that, right? So then I was just like, okay, mom, like they're not seeing me, like I don't know what to do. So my mom ends up calling her doctor. Actually, she ends up calling her doctor and was like, listen, like I need you to take care of my daughter, because she's having twins, and I don't want nothing to happen to my babies and stuff like that. So I went to go see my mom's doctor, and they was just, from that moment forward, because I didn't have like really good doctors, I was behind on so many appointments that I should have been having. And so like everything just started going wrong from that point on. So after that, like how you do like the diabetes test to see if you like have like diabetes. So they made me drink like this sugar drink. And it was just so sugary. I was like, oh my gosh. It actually gave me a headache. The funny part is, like, so I took the drink home. Actually, I put it in the refrigerator, and my little brother thought it was like just a juice or like Propel water, and he ends up drinking it. And I was just like, oh my gosh, like he was just hyper. He was like bouncing off the walls and stuff like that. I was just like, oh my gosh. And then the next day he actually got sick. He was like, oh, I don't feel good. And I was like, oh my God, like you drank my drink, like that's not for you. And he was just like, oh, I'm so sorry. So after that, like I went to the doctor. I was like, listen, my brother drank my drink. I need it again. So I had to actually drink it less than 5 minutes that day. And it was just like way too sugar for me. And I love sugar, but that was just way too much sugar for me. So, so after, I was in the hospital for like a week, because, I was having contractions. It was just like so high and so close, but I wasn't dilating at all. So then the doctors kept coming in, they kept checking me. They was just like you're not dilating, like everything's good. But my contractions was just like, so like it was like going up and going down. And in one moment, the one baby would be like, both babies would be head down, one baby would be head up, one baby would be head down, both babies would be head up. It was just so much for me at the time. And they really couldn't like find like heartbeats and things like that for the babies. So I was just like, oh my gosh, like this is just a lot. So then like after that, my mom was telling them, don't let me out the hospital, because like she's having hard time breathing and things like that, and I need you guys to monitor her. So like right when I got out of the hospital, I ended up getting married to me and Jordan ended up getting married. So it was just like the perfect thing ever. Like I was pregnant in my wedding dress, and my dad walked me down the aisle. I was just so happy. We had like a home wedding, and it was just beautiful, like small, like family, friends, and things like that. Like it was just super beautiful. Like Jay, he looks up my, and that was my baby. I looked even cuter. Pregnancy glow, don't forget it. So after that, that was July 24th that I got married to Jay. And then so I wasn't supposed to have the babies until September 12th. So I ended up in the hospital right after that, actually. And then the doctors was saying that I had preeclampsia, and it was really, really bad. That my kidneys and my lungs and things like that, they were shutting down, and that if I didn't have the babies at that time, then I would never made it. So I was kind of like super heartbroken. I started crying because I didn't know what I was doing wrong. Like I was just like I don't want my babies to like pass away, and I don't want to pass away on this table. Like I'm so scared. So I called my mom and called my dad up there. They prayed for me. I called, Jordan ended up calling his family, and they was up there. Then Deja, she was up there for us. It was just like too much going on at the time. Like everything was like going through my head at the time. Like, so my dad, he was praying for me. Then Jordan prayed for me and him as we both went into the delivery room. So we go into the delivery room, and the doctors was like we gotta have this baby like right now. We gotta have these babies right now. So I was just like, okay. So they rushed me to the delivery room, and I had a C-section. And the babies, they both came out 3 pounds. So they was like really, really tiny. I really couldn't see them that much because I was so sick. I was on like so many drugs, so many medicines. Like everything was just like, they had like IVs going through me, magnesium. They had like my high blood pressure medicine going through me. Like everything was, they were like really trying to like get me healthy. So they let me kiss both of them, and then they hurried up and rushed him to the NICU. Jordan was there with me the whole entire time. He's such a brave person because he does not like blood, y'all. So but he was there, and I was just super sick. I couldn't stop shaking. So like Jordan was just like listen, I need you to calm down. Like, you got this. Like, you're so beautiful and everything. Like he was just like really building me up. I love my baby. That's my baby. So after that, then they brought me back to my room, and I couldn't see the boys for 4 days after that because I was so sick. And I tried to see them, but I was so weak, I couldn't hold them long. I almost dropped. Actually, the first baby that I got to hold was James. So, and I almost dropped him because I was so weak in my body. So I had to go back and then to my room, and then I didn't leave the hospital for like a week or so. And then the boys, they was still in the NICU. They had to have breathing tubes in up their nose. They had to have a feeding tube. They was in like the box with the blue light on it, to help them like, you know, get better because it wasn't growing inside. So the doctors was basically like saying like, oh no, your babies are not going to get out until their due date, maybe even past that time. So, but my mom and dad, like everybody that like go to my church and on Jordan's side of the family, they was praying. Like they was like, God, like you gonna have to, you know, work it out for Kym and Jordan. So not even long after that, the boys came home, and I was just like so happy. They didn't even stay in the hospital to September. They came out August 24th. I was so excited that they, you know, that they had to come out of the hospital. Just holding them and just seeing them, and oh, they was just so tiny and stuff like that. And I was just like, oh my gosh, like how am I gonna do this? But my mom and my dad and Jordan's side of the family, they was just like super supportive. Like they was like, no girl, like we got you. Like anything you need, we got you. That was probably like the hardest time ever in my life because I haven't been through anything like that before. James, can you say hi? Say hi. Say hi to everybody. Jamesy. That's my Jamesy. What is on your face, boy? And this is my Jordan. Close the door. Say hi. You got milk all on your face. They was eating, y'all. So Jordan's actually named after his dad, and James is named after my dad. So like, subscribe, do what you guys gotta do, and tell your mama, tell your daddy, tell your stepmama, tell your stepdaddy, tell your friends, to tell their friends, to tell their friends, to tell their friends, to tell the grandmas and the grandpas to like, subscribe to our channel. Love you guys. Oh, here go Jay. Say hi.
Love life, baby. You know, alright, y'all. That's my sister, baby. When you come, you know what I wanna do, baby. When you come, you know what I wanna do, wanna do, wanna